Hey guys, welcome to Algos Explained. My name is David Kim, and we are back with another question from Code Wars, another algorithm one. And we're going to be doing in JavaScript, and this is level 7, though not too difficult, but it should be interesting. This one is called Band Name Generator, and let's go ahead and go over the instructions. My friend wants a name. Uh, my friend wants a new band name for her band. She likes she like bands that use the formula. She likes bands that use the formula the plus a noun with first letter capitalized. Okay, cool. So this is kind of describing how she likes her band names to be. So if the given noun is dolphin, they want the name to be the dolphin. However, when the noun starts and ends with the same letter, she likes to repeat the noun twice and connect them together with the first and last letter. With the first and last letter combined into one word, like so without the Z in front. Alaska, so if it has the first and last letter AA, Alaska, Alaska. Europe, Europe, Europe. Okay, cool. So pretty much if it starts and ends with the same letter, it's doubling it, kind of jamming it together, not repeating that similar letter. And if it is just a regular noun, then regular as in it doesn't start and end with the same letter. We're just going to append the in front of it. And so looking at this question, what I'm feeling like is we have one function. They're going to be testing one function. This is what they're going to be testing, band name generator. But it looks as if they want us to do two things with it. And so how I want to do it is we want to ignore this band name generator for now and kind of break this down further into kind of other functions that we can create. And the two things that needs to happen is one, in one situation we're going to have to append the. In another situation we're going to have to double the word, pretty much like Alaska, Alaska, double it and kind of morph it together. And so those are two very distinctly different things. They all go under band name generator, but it sounds like we can decompose this one into two different functions. And so we're going to have two helper functions, and we're going to be putting those into the band name generator after we create them. So let's go ahead and create the first, because that one is a little bit easier. Add the, and what we're going to be doing is the argument is we're going to have, let's just say noun. And so add the, what are we going to do? We're just going to add the to it. And so this is going to be very simple. We're going to return the, and we're gonna put the space in there for ourselves, and we're just going to add it to stuff. And so the only other tricky thing is here is we just can't do noun because then it'll be lowercase. It'll be the dolphin with the D lowercase. So we're going to have to capitalize it right now. And so how do we do that? We can use the function to uppercase, but to uppercase, what it does is it takes the whole string and it uppercases every single letter in that string. And so we're going to want to have to kind of isolate the first letter from the rest of the word. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to slice it, slice 0, 1, and we're going to be to uppercasing it. And then the only other thing we need to do is we're just going to have to add the rest of the word to it. And so if you've never seen the slice function before, I'm just going to go over it really quickly. If you want to look more into it, go ahead and Google it. What slice does is it takes two arguments, or it can take one. The first one, what it does is it grabs that one, and it pretty much it is inclusive, meaning these numbers represent the indexes of the word that is being used on noun. So if noun was dolphin, what it will do is it'll take the dolphin, and if we're going to slice it from the 0, so we're going to be counting the 0 as index, and we're going to slice it off at the 1 before we get to the 1. And so before we get to the next one, which is the 1 index, we're going to be slicing it. So we're only going to grab the D, and we're going to be to uppercasing only the D. And so since that only grabbed a D, we need to put in the rest of the word. And so what this one does is it slices grabbing the 1, and it'll slice off, it'll pretty much end it when it reads that next argument, but there is none, so it'll just go ahead and grab the rest of the word. And so noun slice to uppercase, that effectively uppercases that first letter, and this noun slice 1 without the second argument will just get for us the rest of the word. And so that one completes the add the. What will happen is the, and then remember we put the space in there ourselves. Is going to add the, and we're going to be adding the capitalized noun to it. And the second thing we need to do is we need to do this little doubling trick. And so let's go ahead and just call this double. Likewise, we're going to be using a noun, or we're going to be expecting a noun. And this one, all we need to do is we need to double the word. And so we can definitely go ahead and use this. And so what will this do? This will just give us, we know that this one gives us the uppercased, the capitalized version of the word. And so effectively, if we just were to return this, it'll give us this much right here, minus the Alaska. Alaska, it'll give us the capitalized Alaska. So all we need to do is we need to add the Alaska without the A into it. And we've done that already. We've done the slice of 1 because remember when we were uppercasing it, this grabbed the first letter and this grabbed the rest of the word. And we grabbed the first letter, we grabbed the rest of the word, Alaska, and pretty much look, all we need to do is add Alaska again. So we do noun.slice to 1 and noun.slice to 1 again, and boom, you're done. So now we need to kind of make our bigger function, band name generator, use these helper functions that we've created because, of course, this is what we're going to be running the test against. And this is, of course, assuming that they're going to give us all capital or all lowercase nouns. They could have been, they could have thrown a twist into it and given us words that were capitalized already or kind of all capitalized. That would have thrown a wrench in our solution. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. And I ran the test already, and they did not give us any of those. And I wish if they did, hopefully it would have been nice if they showed us. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and use these helper functions, add the function and double function into our band name generator function, and we're going to kind of create cases where we would either tap into this one or tap into this one. And so we can do that with a simple if statement. If, let's see, if the first letter is equal to the last letter, then we're going to use the double function. And if it's not, then we're going to use the add the. And so let's go ahead and do str of 0. Since it's a string, we can tap into the index right away like that, just like an array. And we're going to be seeing if it's the same as str of str.length minus 1. And if it is, we're going to be returning the double version of it, str. Else, we're going to be returning the add the version of str. And let's go over this really quickly. Str of 0, let's look at dolphin. Str of 0, that's the D. That's tapping into 0th index. Str.length minus 1, that'll be tapping into the N. And of course, we compare those two. D is not equal to N, therefore it'll skip this if statement, and it'll go into this else statement, and it'll return the add the version of kind of the title, what we're going to do to the title. If we look at Alaska, or let's look at Europe, it looks at the string of at index 0, E, and it looks at the last index, which is another E. Those two equal each other, and therefore we're going to return the doubled version of it, which is what we want. Europe. It's going to go ahead and tap into this function and return that. And so let's go ahead and run these and see if we run into any bugs. But I feel like everything should be good. Yeah, check this out. They indeed did not throw any weird capitalization cases on us, and if they did, it wouldn't have been too much of a hindrance. All we need to do in that case is pretty much kind of we take the string and we could just simply normalize it ourselves. Like if we had an input that we didn't know the case of, well then we can simply do here. We can simply do like noun equals noun dot to lowercase, lowercase. Not loser case, and simply that would have solved the issue if they gave us like weird tense cases. But anyways, that was it for this question, level 7. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and check out my other videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.